What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge, just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. I don't know, Ryan. That little voice threw me off a little bit, bro. Zoom done updated, telling us and announcing when meetings are being recorded and shit. That little voice, I was like, oh, who's this bitch?
What is this shit?
Hashtag no music, no intro. Another episode of hashtag Saints for podcast coming at you. Here's the thing, people. We don't really have shit to talk about. Like, there is absolutely nothing going on in the NFL. We don't have the cachet to pull, like, guests on the show in terms of, like, players. We don't have it. And if we did, like, who would I really want to talk to? I don't know.
I don't know. Do you really want to talk to him? Like, yeah.
Not really. But we do want to, put something out there. We're trying to get, the episodes that we do that's not football related. This is a perfect time to do those. Haven't been able to have those happen. Like, we really want to do like a UFO episode. Just a pod episode just on UFOs would be fascinating. But we're trying. I just want people to know we understand, we love and appreciate the support. We're trying. That said, there is something that's happening in the NFL. We got to talk about this Julio Jones shit, bro. Like, I know it's a Saints podcast, but that shit directly affects the Saints. He's in the division. He's been in the division. He's been a thorn in the Saints' sides for years, and a lot of Saints fans, target towards the Falcons. He basically, this was talk before the draft, like the Falcons may have to trade Julio because of the contract, but then it gets kind of clarified that it ain't even really about the contract. Like, Julio wanted out, reported that he wanted out, told them that he wanted out. And this is going to sound weird, right? It's going to sound really weird on a Saints podcast. I respect the way that the Falcons have handled it, because they could have just thrown that nigga under the bus and and put him out to dry. That hasn't happened, and then you have the whole thing of with Shannon Sharp and what all that. So just what are your thoughts in the whole Atlanta more than likely looking to trade Julio within the next couple of weeks? What are your thoughts about the situation?
I mean, you can't even call it smoke at this point. Like, this shit been out, not even like this year, but if you remember, like, I don't know if it was last off season or the off season before, where he was kind of like grumbling about his contract, and Atlanta, like, they added some years on it, gave him some guaranteed money and shit like that. So I think this was kind of, it's building up. And, this year, it finally came to a head. I mean, this is how most careers but These players rarely spend their entire career in one place. It just, for
It's
whatever
rare.
reason,
Yeah.
it's just rare that one player stays in one place. It's just name all the Hall of Fame wide receivers or anybody. Just it comes to a point where it's like, Billy. I mean, it's just like a relationship. It's like, been looking at each other a long time now. Like, I need to see other things. You know what I'm saying?
Marriage is hard, bro, but that's a pod for another day.
And and we talk about wide receivers. It's not like quarterback. Like wide receiver is like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not really married. We date, So we just shacking up, So it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense for the Falcons if he's ready to roll, and they need the money. Like they hurting out here. They need it badly. So it's like, okay, But it makes sense that it's got to be stretched out. They're waiting for the June 1st, to do the post June 1st. They trade him then they get some good cap relief.
Get
they
a
trade
little
him after June
stimmy.
1st. Nice little stimmy. They're able to sign their little draft picks. Maybe do a little something else. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, there's a lot of vets just sitting out there.
Tons.
It's gonna be after June 1st. It's gonna be like a little mini free agency wave, just to sign those vets. A lot of teams, vets are waiting because they want to sign with contenders and stuff like that. Contenders tend to be broke, so they're waiting for June 1st so they can have the cap space. So I expect to see, Saints try to get a cornerback, Richard Sherman or, the Conley kid, whoever. You're going to see a lot of, I think you'll see, Geno Atkins get signed and all that shit. Like, you're going to start seeing a lot of little old vets that's sitting out there that start to get picked up. But as far as like Julio, man, it's interesting because it's like if you watched him last year when he was on the field and pretty much healthy, he looked fucking good. Like he was running away from coverage. He was, how they do the thing where he run those crossers where they're damn near unbeatable because once he's in a position to run away from a cornerback, there really ain't much you can do. It's like
lights out, man. It's lights out.
Lights out. Like if Matt Ryan hit him in stride, it's just like just try to tackle him at that point. And so he still has like juice, man. Like people think he's like washed up. He's not washed up. He has been injured. Like that's an issue. He's been injured, not to the point where he's like missing like tons of games. But if you watch Falcons game, he's like, okay, but Julio's out. He's squeezing on his hamstring or his foot, something wrong with his foot or his knee or his ankle. It's just that 32-year-old wide receiver, where the body is just, they're battling against their body at this point. You know what I'm saying? So you are getting, a banged up 32-year-old legitimate number one wide receiver. Like he's a legit number one. Like no question about it. He tilts coverage to him. He changes what the defenses do when he's on the field. Like they have to formulate a plan the week prior to deal with Julio Jones. That's the type of player he is. But like I said, he's 32. He's banged up. So what do you like? What do you trade? Like how do you value that? You know what I'm saying? It's just interesting. Apparently they've been trying to, they want a first round pick, of course. But, it's like, seemed like nobody ain't really just throwing it to him. Like if somebody threw him a first round pick before the draft, they would have done it. And nobody did it. So it's like, I don't know. It's like what we waiting on. Obviously, maybe June 1st is a big deal, but I don't know if he's getting the first round love like they would expect,
I could see, and I think they brought up like a good point on the NFL podcast is that teams were really kind of unwilling to trade for him before the draft because like they knew where they were picking. Like they didn't want, but now in the off season, everyone has that. Well, I don't know about everybody, but like there's just that hope of like we're gonna be good. We're gonna be picking late in the draft. Like we'll give up first. So it wouldn't shock me. Like wouldn't shock me at all to see like I don't know the Packers feel like we got to make shit right with Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like this situation's not good. Like Let's give up a first for Julio, pair him with Devontae Adams, and try to appease Aaron that way. Even though I think it's kind of been out, and Aaron kind of came out and said like it's not about players or blah blah. It's just like the relationship factor. I can see Baltimore doing it, New England trying it. Like I don't think he's ultimately going to go for a first round pick. But like it wouldn't shock me at all if a team who like a playoff end team, traded
back in first round, teams that typically pick 25 or greater. I could see maybe one of those first, but nobody's trading or if a team that already has like 2 first round picks next year, like maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see a team that could possibly pick in top 15.
And I don't see Atlanta wanting to just throw him to like the fucking, Jags or just like this shitty rebuilding team. I think to the best of their ability, they might try to put him in a situation where he may have a chance to win a championship. Like they're not, obligated to by any fucking stretch of the imagination. Any stretch.
He doesn't have a no trade clause. So
nope. Sure
they could trade him to the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
You know what? I don't know if this would happen, but you know what wouldn't shock me at all? Couldn't you see like Kansas City like throwing like a first to Atlanta for Julio?
See, bro, that shit like that, like I feel like I got to protest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
this nigga gonna be on airline with signs up.
Like, let me tell you something, man. Like, I am not like this big. Like, I'm all right with people balling. I'm all rich making money. I'm not one of those people that's like, rich is making money. Like, I'm fine. If you want to make money, I ain't got no problem with Jeff Bezos. Ball out, bruh. As long as you keep them two-day shipping.
Keep them packages coming, nigga. Make sure they out the door.
Ball out, man. I don't care. But, man, like, San Francisco or the Chiefs get Julio, I just feel like, something wrong with the universe, man. It's unbalanced. There's something wrong in the force. Like, I don't know. It's like, it ain't right, man. Like, something ain't right about this. Like, that ain't right. The Chiefs, bro, Mahomes and Julio, bro. Like, come on, man.
And child abuser.
And Travis Kelce. And
a reworked offensive line.
Nah, bro. Like that's not right, man. Like the commissioner has to step in and say, no.
like the Chris Paul trade when he got traded to the Lakers, and
exactly like that. Exactly like that. Like that's why I respect. Was that David Stern?
Yes.
That's why I respect David Stern.
Basketball reasons. He said he vetoed. So that's when like the Pelicans or the Hornets or whatever, like they didn't have like an owner or whatever, and it was all murky.
It's like, nope.
David Stern said, "No, not today."
Not today.
Basketball reasons. I bring up the Chiefs because we know they went after Juju Smith-Schuster in free agency. They lost Sammy Watkins. Like, people might not understand. Like, yes, they're still probably favorites to be in the AFC Championship.
It's go time right now. It's go time for them.
They taking
Super Bowls.
Yeah, and I don't know why it just came to me. I was like, it wouldn't shock me at all if after Schefter, reports that Julio Jones been traded. Not one bit.
That would move the Chiefs into my hate, my little hate column. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I got no problem with the Chiefs. I have no problems with. I love Patrick Mahomes. I like Andy Reid. Don't like child abuser. I got a little issue with Andy Reid with his. He seems to be a little of an enabler.
A little. This nigga he's one of the biggest enablers in the league, but.
Turn out here killing people. I'm like, but anyway, nah, man, nah. But
So
I don't
then
know
this,
who's going to trade. He's going to get traded. He's not going to be with the Falcons.
yeah, like you said, like smoke. Nah, but that house is burnt down, and
Yeah.
the fire department's trying to find out like who started it. Like arson's involved at this point. You know, I ran it throughout the Chiefs. I haven't heard anything that hasn't been reported. It just came like they just seemed to be like a out of left field team that could do it. So I can see the Chiefs, Ravens. I think the 49ers, Patriots, and Colts may have been linked, and the Titans. Like the Titans are going full on like recruiting mode to get Julio. Like AJ Brown did like a TikTok video, bro, like a presentation.
Yeah, man. I think that's what most likely to happen too, because apparently they have been talking. And I mean, for as far as we know, it could be done already. It's just wait till like June 1st. So yeah, that makes all the sense. Like cap space, draft pick, you know what I'm saying? The team, you get them out the NFC, like it just makes 100% sense.
The team that makes the most sense that isn't going to do it because they're always chicken shit is the Colts. Like people talk about the Colts all the time. Cap space.
Always.
Chris Ballard. So fuck the Colts.
Like come on. Like if there was a championship for cap space, give it to him. Like give it to Chris Ballard. He deserves it. Like congrats, bro. You got more cap space than anybody.
They are one of the most underachieving teams consistently year to year.
Year to year. Like what's the plan? What's the vision? Like you said, like are you trying to win? It's like they just like push to the edge, like, let's just look good enough, to lose in the wild card. I mean, I know they made it past the wild card last year, so I mean, I'm saying like it's just like, man, just go for broke, try to win this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got Carson Wentz, give him every reason to succeed. Like, give him Julio Jones.
It's like Jameis. It's like if you can't succeed with Julio, T.Y. Hilton, and Michael Pittman Jr., like you're just not good. Like
you're just not good. Like okay, if he fails, it's like okay, we know what the problem is. We know it's Carson Wentz. But like man, just go for broke, man. Like you go. What's the point in carrying over cap space, like 30, 40, 50 million in cap space every year? Like why?
And they don't have a left tackle, bro.
Oh, like come on, man. It's like why?
Like their left tackle retired, and you're trying to rejuvenize Carson Wentz's career, who is like paranormal activity in the pocket when it comes to pressure, and you're going to try to do that without a left tackle?
That would piss me off more than like the Saints, always in cap hell or whatever. That I mean, it's frustrating at times, but it doesn't piss me off. But like if they were sitting there with like 30, 40 million cap space every year, like that would piss me off, man. It's like, why? Like, why are you doing this? Like this is not like a normal business where you could go file bankruptcy or, have to liquidate, you go out of business. Them checks coming in next year. Like they are coming in. I know the pandemic hit, but that was like a weird, like that doesn't, like nobody saw that coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, man. Like, jeez, go win that motherfucker. But nah, they not.
You in a sad ass division, like I don't know.
Deshaun Watson going through his little thing. Jags, Jags could be on up and come up, but this is gonna be a year where they trying to figure it out. Like, go take it, man. Like, get the Titans out of here.
Let's quickly talk about just like the Falcons. And we talked about this. Like, I guess what never made sense to me of them drafting Kyle Pitts is I always said, like, if you're going to draft Kyle Pitts and you're going to trade Julio, like, Kyle Pitts has to be just as good as Julio for it to be considered a lateral move. Like, and that's a lot of expectation to put on. I know he's not a traditional tight end. He's a generational tight end. That's a lot of whatever to put on any player. Like, Julio Jones is like a Hall of Famer. So, like, how do I guess what and just team building, right? We love team building. That's what we talk about the most. Is how are the Falcons better with Kyle Pitts if you're trading Julio Jones? Like, they're not. Like it's just weird. And obviously they didn't love any of the quarterbacks at 4, or else they would have drafted one. But they may look back and if Kyle Pitts is, I'll say this: if Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts and he's the type of player he was at Florida that is the same player in the NFL, and if Justin Fields works out, like they boost big time. Big time. Because then it's like now you're in cap hell, and now you don't have a quarterback, and now you got to go look for one with no money. Like that's good luck.
And it's like they made that decision early this year when they re-upped Matt Ryan's contract. And I mean, I don't know the details, but he's going to be their quarterback for the next at least 2 years, probably 3. He's pretty much locked in. And okay, you make that decision, he's going to be a quarterback, but it's like there's no vision for the future. And what exactly is the vision? Like, do you want to go? Are you trying to go win a Super Bowl this year? Okay, but if so, like, why not try to convince Julio to stay and just have like a top 5 offense? Your defense needs work. What I'm saying?
20 plus 30 points a game.
30 points a game. If everything works out right, the offense can hum. You know what I'm saying? So why not just make that the focal point? But instead, it's kind of this mismatch of like, are we going to stick with Matt Ryan because he's the best chance to win? At the same time, we're going to get rid of Julio, but we're going to draft Kyle Pitts, so at least we don't lose much. And it's like, huh? Like, what are we doing here?
Saints fans ain't going to like what I'm about to say right now. But you know that Spider-Man meme?
Bro, that's what I was about to say. Like, it's like terrified not just copy what the Saints did. Because when you think about it, Drew Brees' contract has been coming up like every year or two, and like they've been taking it year to year. And if you just look back in 2017, man, and they extended Drew out, they decided not to move up to get Mahomes, passed on Watson. Next year they passed on Lamar Jackson. It was just like no vision for the future. You know what I'm saying? Let's just load up the win right now, and now this year passed. I mean, look, you can go back and listen to our last podcast, the What's the Vision episode. It's similar to the Falcons. It's like, okay, what exactly are you trying to do here?
Like, are you rebuilding? Are you all in? Is this a reset? Like, and I guess what annoys me about teams, and not just the same, any team, is that like that 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door.
Right. Exactly.
Like, just do it. Whichever way, just do it.
Right. Look, I hate the Rams. Hate them. You know what I'm saying? Right. I hate them. But
top 5 worst teams in the NFL that I just fucking can't stand. That's not even the NFC Championship game, bro. Like, that's just
that's history. Like, that's just going back. That said, though, I respect at least pretty much every year they trying to win the thing. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that, man. I respect it.
Like, even to the point where it's like, damn, you sure you want to do all that? Like, they ain't draft they have a first round pick since like 2012 or some shit. Like, I don't even know. It's been a long time.
It's been a long fucking time.
Like, since Gurley. Like, I think since Gurley was the last time they had a first round pick. Like, it's that long. You know what I'm saying? He damn near out the league at this point. Like,
I think maybe like their first was it Aaron Donald was like that? It's been a long time.
It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. Like, what, 2016 maybe?
At least.
I don't know. But anyway, it's like,
no, I think it was Goff.
Yeah.
It was last first round pick. It was first round pick.
He's not even on the team anymore.
That's wild.
Gurley damn near out the league. It's crazy. But you know what? They are trying to fucking get talent on that motherfucker. and they're trying to win. And if it's right or wrong, they're trying. So I respect that much. But this little half foot in, half foot out, like, you got to plan for the future, but at the same time,
I don't mean to cut you. So the Rams analogy, I'm gonna make an NBA analogy. It reminds me of when Golden State in the NBA was at its peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Daryl Morey was with the Rockets, and he decided as a GM that he was not going to be afraid of Golden State, and he was going to go right at them. And so he tweaked the team with the Rockets to basically be able to go at the Warriors. Now, they weren't able ever to get over the hump, but they weren't afraid, and he constructed the roster to go after. Like, I respect that more than, I don't know, like, again, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, it's just, just give me clarity. Have balls to have clarity as an organization.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. Like, just give me clarity. And, hey, maybe the Saints do have clarity. Maybe the Falcons do. And I'm just not seeing it as a fan. But, damn, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And then, but, Justin Fields, man, is like, that's one place I could also see Julio if Ryan Pace.
Yeah, I can see that too.
He's trying to just grasp at life, try to get that second life. He got Justin Fields. Go get Julio. I don't know what the draft pick situation looked like, because I know they gave up a little something.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Could you imagine being a Falcons fan and you see, like, as an example, just randomly, like, Justin Fields and Julio just turn it up next season?
Oh, bro, imagine that shit. Imagine that shit. And that could have been y'all. That could have been y'all. Without giving up anything, like, just stand back and just... Imagine that shit.
Bro, the jokes will fly, bro. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. Could you imagine just Justin Fields just throwing bombs to Julio and, like, Falcons fans, like, see, like, glimpses on fucking, like, red zone and shit, just sitting at home with the arms crossed, like.
And what's crazy is, like, that could actually be, like, a good team, like. Yeah. You giving your young quarterback a chance to succeed. You got weapons. Your defense, you still got to.
You have enough pieces where the defense can be average to enough to where it's not like a dumpster fire. And that's all you need.
Man, listen.
I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know, man. What are these teams doing?
I don't know, man. We know what's gonna happen. He's gonna get traded to the Patriots. And then, like, someone's at a press conference going to ask Bill, oh, well, remember when you told the Browns that, they didn't need to draft Julio, like, when now he's on the team, like, do you regret what you, like?
He was like, I don't remember that.
It's going to be fucking Julio and catching passes from Mac Jones and shit. Bro, you sent me that tweet about Mac Jones.
All you can do is like, yep. Makes sense.
Everything I saw in, like, 3 or 4 games, 5 games I watched with him makes completely fucking sense. Yep, I'm about fucking right.
Just anticipation, hitting players on point. It's just like, okay, yeah. Would have been nice to have. Would have been a nice little something to have. But
everything the opposite that fucking Tua is, and Devontae Smith tried to tell y'all.
Oh man.
So I did want to have, like, this little, I won't call it like a segment because we don't fucking have segments, but just a little talk. I don't really pay attention to a lot of shit on Twitter, especially, like, when I'm busy with work, which has been the case lately. But, like, the last episode, I saw some comment saying, like, what did the person say? He was blocked anyway. So the only reason I saw the tweet was because he had sent it to the Saints Twitter account. like, oh, the worst noise in the world is listening to Adam complain about things. And it just made me laugh, right? Because it's not even, it's funny because to me, it's not even complaining. It's just like, I don't really fucking care what happens with the Saints, like win and loss. I just hate dumb team building. That's it. Like, I don't, but to be fair, we haven't seen the results of this draft class, this offseason yet, none of that, right? So there's time. But I did want to flip it and say all the kind of negativity or whatever that maybe people perceive that we were being towards the draft class or whatever. What are some things you're excited about with the upcoming season?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, like, look, we are fans. We are operating this podcast as we're the Saints Twitter podcast. Just like when you scroll down Saints Twitter and you see, rage, hilarity, swings of emotions, that's what you're going to get from this podcast. We are just football fans. We're not savants. We're not journalists. We don't have to keep this aura of balance and, everything's all balanced out and not going to have any hot takes. Nah, we fans just like y'all. If a draft pick pissed me off and I hate it, I'm going to say I fucking hate it.
Oh,
could be completely wrong.
Could be completely wrong.
Just a fucking fan. Like, I'm not getting paid by a team. You know what I'm saying?
We could be wrong. We could be exactly right. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. And we won't get, like, any credit either way. Like,
none. None
whatsoever. So
it's not going to be like Sean Payton's going to be doing the presser and, someone says something like, well, if you would have listened to the Saints Twitter podcast, Sean, I'm like,
right.
It's like, fuck out of here. Like,
no. But, we're here for the fans, though. Like, we know there are fans out there that do feel like us. So, hey, we here for y'all. But that said, as far as what I'm emphasizing, like, I just keep thinking about Jameis. And look, we don't know what he's going to be in totality, if it's going to work out. But I just can't help but feel like there will be some fun, positive things that happens if he's the, starting quarterback for the Saints. I just think there's going to be some fun times, at least. Just look at Sean Payton. Sean Payton took Taysom Hill, somebody who wasn't rated by anybody coming out of college. And, as a quarterback, like we could say, like, oh, we don't want him as a starting quarterback, but, like, he played quarterback. Like, he turned, like, basically a fullback into a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he won 3 or 4 games.
3 or 4 games. He was throwing passes, throwing touchdowns, moving the chains and stuff like that. Like, he did that. You know what I'm saying? He took Chase Daniel. And Chase Daniel's still making money in this league.
Still getting paid, bro.
Still getting paid, bro. He took
money bags.
Luke McCown came in for 1 game and damn near won it for Drew Brees.
Still should have won.
Still should have won, man. If he moved that pass up a few inches, he would have won the game. Like, Sean Payton and the Saints, they can get the most out of the quarterback position. And Jameis Winston is a talented quarterback.
Uber talented.
He's very talented as far as, like, throwing the ball, you know what I'm saying? And he understands football. He's a smart kid. So, I think there will be some positives and just the things that he will bring to the table that we just hadn't had from Drew Brees. The arm strength, the ability to buy time, like, Traquan Smith is going to catch some balls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
some deep ones.
Some big plays, bro, because if you think about it, with Drew Brees was all about timing, being in the right position and, being at the right place at the snap of the ball and all that stuff, which has been Traquan's problem. You know what I'm saying? Jameis Winston don't give a shit about none of that shit. Like, he's getting back. We snap the ball, he coming back. And if he see you and you open, he going to throw it to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to help, like, somebody like Traquan Smith. That's going to help, Deontay. That's going to help, a lot of the wide receivers. So, there are going to be some moments, I think, that are going to be really fun just from something we haven't seen in a long time from the Saints. Let's not say he's going to be better than Drew Brees, but I'm pretty certain the offense is going to be better than last year, which ain't really saying much because the offense was not really good in that last year. So I do expect to see some like just fun things. I'm not, whether it's wins or losses, I don't know, but just the experience of watching the game and just had some things happening during the game that's going to be interesting and fun. I could see that happening. So that's one positive.
Yeah, that it's kind of you kind of took mine and just seeing the deep ball element back in the offense like that. Sean Payton can cook up some shit, and we haven't seen it in a long time. Because of Drew's arm declining, just seeing like the deep ball in the offense back now. Hopefully the offense catches it, just not being intercepted. But I think just having someone that can throw a deep ball like Jameis is going to, in theory, should open up so much more of the other offense because, like I've said on the podcast, like safeties can't fucking creep up anymore, bro. You creeping up to the line of scrimmage, you creeping up to like where linebackers are, like that ball is going over your head. Like that
exactly.
That's sick.
It unlocks so much, man. And like just go back and watch the offense last year, man. It was so frustrating, and everything had to be perfect.
Had to be.
Almost after every play, like Drew Brees is like talking with the wide receivers, like, "Hey, man, I need you to run, take 2 steps this way," and then what I'm saying is like everything had to be freaking perfect, and it's hard to play like that. It's so frustrating to play like that. So just having somebody that could kind of make that throw and put that heat on it when it has to be is going to be different, and it's going to unlock a lot of things. Mike Thomas might not be slant boy this year. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the double move. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get downfield a little bit. Alvin Kamara, I think I was reading on NO.football where his average depth was 0.7 yards last year.
Oh boy.
Like per catch. 0.7 yards, like not even a yard. 0.7 yards. So almost behind the line of scrimmage. But he averaged like 7 to 8 yards per catch. So he was doing it all on. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that. Like, so he had to be that safety valve for Drew Brees. So you're gonna see more of him. I think, matter of fact, like the one pass Jameis did throw during the regular season was like the Kamara down the field. I think it was up the left sideline, and it was a beautiful little throw. Yeah,
the Niners game.
The Niners game. Yeah, so I think you'll see more of that of AK running routes, getting downfield and stuff like that. So it could be exciting, bro. Like I don't think Kamara would catch 81 passes like he did last year, but I could see him catching 50, but them being more big plays down the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Something else so I'm going to say this in the best way, that if Cesar Ruiz takes leaps, I'm interested to see his growth as a player. Because honestly, like so much about the offense is like tied to him. Like not the offense, but so much of like the offensive line.
Yeah.
It's tied to him. And yeah, I just think how he comes into his second year, and I could be wrong, but that actually pretty much said like Eric Coy, shout out to KT for getting us from Zach Strief, now offensive line coach. KT Jack Strief pretty much said like probably not gonna be at center. Like
Eric McCoy ain't going nowhere. That's the reason we were saying.
No,
Eric McCoy is not going nowhere. He's going to be at center. So it's up to Caesar to take that guard spot, like to leave no questions about it. That's up to him. We didn't see it last year. He wasn't good. Period. Like, just throw that out. He was a rookie, no OTAs. Ain't gonna have no OTAs this year because Sean Payton was like, nah, he ain't need to do none of that. So he gonna have to come in and take it this year. If not, it's gonna look like a bad draft pick, man. Like, that's on him. But on the flip side, what if he does? Like, he was a highly rated player. It's not like the Saints were the only ones that liked him. A lot of teams loved him at center. So it's, so can he make that transformation to a quality guard? Guard. Not asking him to be an all-pro guard, but be a quality guard that can solidify the interior of that line, along with old Pete. Speaking of Pete, bro,
we got why, bro.
Bro, why Pete walk? Why Pete tweeted, bro? Why did he have to tweet? Like, boy, his mentions was flaming, bro. To the point D, shout out to D. Point D, even D felt bad. She was like, I really don't want Pete to feel bad.
I don't know what possessed him in the right mind to.
And what was he even saying? Like, he was laughing that he wasn't in the top 32 ranked guards or whatever.
Yep.
It's like,
yep.
Bro, what's wrong with you, bro? It's like he was saying, shit, I got that check though.
Pete a wild boy, bro.
Pete said that direct deposit gonna come through though.
Oh, it's gonna hit.
Boy, they was flaming his ass, boy.
I mean, just the audacity, bro.
Audacity of that dude, bro.
Like, you don't talk? Oh no, not you.
Saints would have been hot, bro. Cat tweeted the Wonderly shit from Zach Sweet.
And I posted my favorite gift.
Man, with the beat the shit out of.
Hooray! Like, yay! We have the.
I tell you what, we sure did draft some smart players.
Cool. Fucking cool.
Like, Zach, are they good?
It's funny, man. I'm not going to say that our little fucking video that went viral on draft night rustled some feathers. Well, we know it rustled some feathers. But, like, it feels like they've been trying to, like, do damage control.
Don't it? Like, it's like they keep trying to say, like, look, our draft picks were good, people. And we know for a fact the Saints as an organization they're sensitive. They're sensitive to how they're viewed.
Yes.
It gets back to them. Everything they said, it gets back to them. Whether you're a journalist, a podcaster, a radio host, or whatever, it gets back to them. I don't give a shit. I ain't worrying about getting no job in the NFL, so they can say what the hell they want about me.
Nope. And not my concern at all.
Not my concern whatsoever. I'm still going to root for y'all dumbasses on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that is hilarious, though, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, you ain't got to sell us on it. Like, just be good. Like,
just show us. Just show
us. Like, you know,
talk about it. Just
talk about it. It don't matter what we think. Like, it matters absolutely none what we think in the off season. Doesn't matter.
I mean, we done said every joke under the sun about Pete Warner. What if Pete Warner came out there and was looking like? I'll give you this one. What if Pete Warner looked like Sean Lee in his prime?
Boy, I will officially make a long apology on Twitter. I swear to God, bro. Like, not even I would like type it out and screenshot it.
Like a video. Like you video.
Like my dog Brian did. Like, I am sorry. I apologize. Like, I am sorry, man. Like, I'm seriously, bro. I would do that, bro. If he came out like Sean Lee, when Sean Lee came out with the 2010, he was
It
picking on
wasn't
Peyton Manning,
2010, bro.
like picking on Peyton Manning and all that shit. I was like, man,
Just saying, bro. Like, I don't see it.
But look, honestly, he could be AJ Klein, bro. And I'd be like, okay, cool,
Cool.
cool,
Our expectations so low, bro.
so low.
We done drafted the white Curtis Lofton, bro.
Man, I was happy to get Curtis Lofton too, man.
Bro, I was too.
That's how bad it was, man. Jeez.
Curtis didn't have no juice left, bro.
Nothing, man.
So you brought up the whole July 1st mini free agency. Like, I think there's gonna be some interesting cuts too, man. Like, I mean, this is a ways away. We talking like in August-ish, so this is months away. Yeah. But like, there's gonna be some cuts, bro. Like, I don't know if the Saints are gonna have any money to like get players when they're cut, but perfect example. Bro, I was listening to that around the NFL podcast, and Greg brought it up. Like, Jalen Smith paid, $500,000, $600,000 to buy out the inventory and change his number to number 9.
Bro, you heard that? I did not know about that. I was like, are you stupid? Jalen Smith's stupid, bro. Like, bro, do you not know how your tape looked last year?
Read the room, nigga. Do you not know who your team drafted in the first round this year?
Hello? And you gonna buy out the inventory just to change your number on a team that you might not be on next year, bro. Might not be on this year.
Like 54, you couldn't keep 54 for one more season?
Like, bro, I could, like, I forgot to text you about that, bro. Like, yeah, I was floored by that. Like, where's your financial advisor? Where's your financial advisor to be like, don't do that?
It reminds me of fucking seeing in fucking The Dark Knight, bro. Joker just set the money on fire.
Just slid down that motherfucker like. I'm like, come on, man. Like, bro, like, you were somebody that came in this bitch injured and had to build yourself up.
This nigga went to Notre Dame. Like,
you was blessed to get that contract, brother.
Yes, man. Because, like, he couldn't move his foot. He had drop foot, bro.
Drop foot, man. Like, come on, dude. And that clock is ticking. I don't know if it's either on him, on JVE. I don't know. One of them, but that clock ticking on one of them, bro.
You remember watching 24 at the end of the episode?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, man. One other thing I will say that I'm excited about for the season. I don't know what Sean Payton's going to do because sometimes he's just so annoying when he doesn't give AK ball enough. But I'm ready for this offense to become truly the AK offense.
Yeah.
Like, make it about the best running back in the league. Make it about him.
Yeah. And we saw that for someone last year. But that, like, really just like it's AK. It's AK's game.
Make it about him. Like, he's one of my favorite Saints of all times. He's just so talented. And
on the Hall of Fame trajectory, bro.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
Like, it's still early. I'm not saying he's gone now, but if he can keep it going a couple of years, he's there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he really is. So just hopefully Sean Payton can just make the offense about him. Obviously, still Mike Thomas. And, another thing is, like, can we get, like, Mike Thomas back? Like, Offensive Player of the Year Mike Thomas? Like,
oh, Jesus.
If he's back and AK's back, regardless of what Jameis does, like that, like you said, man, it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions, but it can be fun.
Yeah.
a fun season. They may go 8-9 or 9-8 or whatever, but it can be fun as hell.
Exactly, man. And it's like, come on, like that's not like a small thing. Like Mike Thomas coming back pretty huge, bro. Like
Huge.
last year, he was not there. He was not there. Even when he was there, he wasn't.
He wasn't there. Yeah.
So it's like you talking about a player that caught 149 passes the year before, bro.
That's wild, man.
You know, like come on, man. So that's huge. Like that's an addition you can't ignore. And you had to, you consider that he's playing with Jameis, who's not a better quarterback than Drew Brees was, but gives you different dimensions than Drew Brees could have. That's exciting, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I just hope they have like a good chemistry. They build it up. I was kind of disappointed not to see Mike Thomas out there on those little videos. Doesn't mean nothing. Like it doesn't mean anything. But I would have been like if I saw him out there, I would have been happy to see that. But like Mike Thomas, I don't. Who knows? He's in his own little kind of fucking world. So who the hell knows? But yeah, as far as I'm excited. I'm excited for fans in the dome, bro. Like, just watching on TV, just hearing that real crowd noise, like that shit matters. We talked about it before. That shit changes games. It just, I don't know, it just feels good. I always love just hearing the noise of the dome on a tight game when it's third and 11. The defense, made a play is 3rd and 11, and the crowd just screaming, and the quarterback pointing to his ear, you can't hear, and all that shit. I love it. I love it, man. That's my favorite shit. So I'm excited for that, man. I look forward to that. I don't know, man. We debbie down a little bit, bro, but it could be a fun season, man. We don't know shit at the end of the day. I'm just hoping the Saints do something at cornerback at some point, and damn, bring in maybe a little help on offense, like just a little something. I take anything. Kenny Stills,
get Trey Burton, Kenny Stills, somebody.
Trey Burton, I take Trey Burton and be happy, man. Like,
bruh, you know how starving I am. Like I wouldn't hate Zach Ertz right now, bruh.
I wouldn't mind that at all, bro.
Like the only thing is he wants to be paid, but like we talked about the text messages. Like we so sorry. It had gotten to the point I was like, shit. Like Alshon Jeffrey out there, like can he run a little bit? Like
hey, I think he's showing right now, bro.
I'll take Ashawn Robinson at wide receiver. Like, can we get something?
Right. Man, look, Jeffrey, man, look, I mean, he doesn't even have to play 50, 60 snaps. Just give me like 30 snaps a game, man.
Where Randy Coleman at, bro? Where B. Cole?
Where B. Cole? Seriously, where is B. Coleman?
Stand up, bro. Just stand up. Every time, like, you look on Twitter, it's like, we're really excited to see these second-year wide receivers. They're going to take the league by storm.
It must be nice, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of me tweeting that earlier today, can we get Ramczyk signed, please?
Please. I'm hoping that's another June 1st thing. I don't know. Like, get them boys signed up. Like Ramczyk, at least. You want to wait on Lattimore? Okay.
I get waiting on him. I get that. The rest, whatever, his inconsistency, get that. There's no reason Ramczyk, who is a top 3, 2-1 right tackle in the league, should not be extended by now. No,
it's like reason. You should know what the contract is already.
Done.
Whatever. Look at whatever the highest paid right tackle is right now.
Make it higher.
Add some more money, and that's it. That's the contract.
Shit, we need to start a hashtag Saints Twitter agency, nigga. just wrecking. But I got to get to the Marshawn point that I saw on Twitter that blew me away. That since 17, since he was drafted, that Julio has not scored a touchdown against the Saints.
That's crazy, bro.
Isn't that fucking nuts, bro?
That's crazy, bro. Like
I remember the game that I think Julio didn't play and Marshawn played, and then that's the game that fucking Calvin Ridley was obliterating PJ Williams, bro. It was a massacre in the first half. And in the second half, DA said, you know what, tie this shit. Marshawn, you go on Calvin. They changed the defense up. Marshawn put Calvin Ridley in fucking a goal, bro. Like, he was nowhere to be heard from again when they made that switch. So it's as so infuriating and frustrating he is as a player at times, just with his inconsistencies. Like, he is still, like, uber talented. So, like,
yeah,
it's tough. Like you said, bro, it's cold out there, right? Like,
cold out there, bro. It's cold, bro. And listen, he's 25 years old.
Wow, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man. So, like, you still have juice to squeeze out that fruit, you know? So, you know, you pay the man. Just pay the man. It's risky. I'm not saying this.
Oh, yeah.
There's risk there. There is risk. You know, he has knucklehead tendencies. He has some. You know, he has some lackadaisical inconsistencies. It's there. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen it to the where he's like a player that doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? You know, some players like really just don't care. I don't see that. I just see him as a player that's just kind of immature mentally. But, you know, he loves to compete. He loves winning. You know, you could tell he's somebody that wants to dominate the guy outside, across from him. And, you know, that's enough.
When it's a marquee matchup.
When it's a marquee matchup. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and put some Cole Beasley across from somebody, he's going to be like, whatever.
And get killed. But yeah, man. So, especially with how, you know, the Saints will have a cornerback too. Like, you're going to lose both? Like, you got to keep one. Got to keep one.
Like, me, if I'm the Saints, bro, like, I'm locking up Ramczyk, Marcus Williams, and Lattimore before training camp. Just getting it done.
So then at that point, you have, let's say, they have those three. You have AK, you have Mike Thomas. Like, that's your core.
That's your core.
That's your core. And at some point, if Eric McCoy's going to be on this trajectory, at some point he's going to have to get locked up too. But obviously that can wait, whatever. So he's kind of like on the periphery of the core. So that's your 5, that's your 6. And then after that, you're just trying to fucking fill in the fucking rest.
Fill in the rest, bro. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you got Onyemata, he's locked up.
Yep.
Maybe, you got Peyton Turner, he's on a rookie deal, so you got him for the next 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years, yep.
Davenport, we'll see. But he's on the team for the next 2 years if you want him. So you got something. You got something to continue building around, But at those 4 or 5 players you listed, like, that's your core pieces, So you could lock them up, man. Like, you'd be like, I would be working on those contracts. They're going to be top level contracts. Go ahead and just get it done, man. That cap is going up. Not going to go up much next year. I mean, it's going up next year, but not by too much.
Yeah.
But the year after that, it's exploding. We're going to be at, 250. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be good. Then you'll be dumping like your old contracts of guys
Cam
like
Jordan.
Cam Jordan and, maybe Teron Armstead. Teron Armstead's an interesting one because his contract's coming up next year or after next year. And it's like,
Can't do it, bro.
Damn, the injuries. But
not gonna be able to do it.
But he a dog, bro. Like, he's dominant.
He is, but he's dominant for like 8-9 games.
Oof.
I'm just.
And he's a leader. He's a leader. You know what I'm saying?
And he's in his 30s.
Yeah, man. It's.
I'll say this though. Trent Williams missed like whole year of football.
Bruh.
Came back, played for the Niners. It's so crazy because I think people think he had like an elite season. Trent Williams did not have an elite season. Like he was good. He was average to good at best, but he wasn't elite. And because that was a hole, the Chiefs went after him and the Niners went after him in free agency, and he got signed at top market left tackle money, like elite left tackle money. So Teron's gonna want that too.
Yeah, he gonna want about 22, 23 a mil.
Not gonna be able to do it, bro.
So they're going to check that box. Maybe next draft. That's going to be something they're going to have to look at. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about what Teron was? What, a third round pick?
Yep. It was.
How crazy is that?
Man, it is. It's wild, man.
From the 2013 draft, we took Kenneth Vaccaro.
Yep.
Teron Armstead. We didn't have a second round pick due to the bounty gate.
Ugh.
And I don't remember. I think it was trash after that.
Yeah, I don't have it up. Yeah. So it's funny too because Kenny Vaccaro's not signed to a team right now either.
Really?
Mm-mm. Yeah, he's free agent.
Man, I will.
Well,
we don't need him.
That said, we just we wanted to talk about the whole Julio thing. Talk about some stuff around the league. Talk about the Saints. Good news. Like I said earlier, it's not a whole bunch of fucking talk about. Some teams are doing OTAs, so some teams are getting looks at their rookies and new players and all that. We just here ho hum. You just don't know what's going on. But is there I think there's maybe a mini camp happening? I don't know. I've lost track. I'm
not for us, man. Nothing. Sean Payton basically said nope, no on-field work. We're just doing Zooms and some weightlifting and shit. That's about
it. So pretty much till training camp.
Yeah, it's nothing.
This is going
87% of the team showed up for OTAs. They all cashed out, man. I remember they used to get 100%. It was 87%. Ain't heard from Mike Thomas other than throwing up the Israel flag. It's I don't know what's going on.
Bruh. That was one of the. I think he's either unfollowed or he's muted. I think he's unfollowed. I don't think I follow Mike Thomas. I can't.
I don't think I do either.
I couldn't put up with the tweets, bro. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, weird times, man.
For sure. To say the fucking least. Well, with that, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully, these next couple of weeks. I did reach out to Mark Sessler. He said he's good to come on the show anytime after next Friday. Reached out to Greg. Greg said he's good to come on the show. So hopefully we can have them on, talk some football, talk some life, and continue to provide you guys content as always. So with that, we're gonna get out of here. If you're off on Monday, have a good Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the veterans, anyone who's maybe have lost someone,
yes.
due to the military and like that and things like that. Try to enjoy this weekend and thank for everyone for the service that they provided and things of that nature. That's it, man. With that, we're out.
Peace.
She's gonna make that weird noise, huh? Watch.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly.